Welcome back to the week of quantum alignment. We are on to day 4. I highly recommend that you watch the previous days before coming to this day. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out those videos, day 1, 2, and 3, or whichever one you need catching up on, because these work very well in order. But if you've been following along live or you've been doing it since then, welcome to day 4. And I mentioned in video 3 how important day 4 is and how it's going to tie into everything else and how it's going to make the stuff we went over in day 3 even more powerful, which was having clarity and clarity over your goal and outcome, knowing what you want. Well, day 4 is actually having a lot to do with how to allow the process to work for you than against you. The best analogy I can think of is the idea of a river. And if you flow with the river, good things will happen. Things will come in, people, the right circumstances, the right doors and opportunities will come your way in ways that you could never imagine. If you allow yourself to flow with the river and you work with the river, but most people are swimming upstream or holding onto a rock out of fear. And so what we're going over today is that the how is none of your business. And in fact, the how is what's called the domain of by me, the make it happen, the hustle, hustle, hustle crowd. And that doesn't mean you won't ever be doing any work, but you'll be working with the river instead of against it. Another way of saying that is you'll be working with life instead of against it. You'll be using natural principles and laws and flowing with them instead of fighting against them. And that's ultimately where we want to be. And when you're doing this, this is when you really get into alignment and things start to move fast. You build momentum and just a lot of good things start to come in. So that is day 4. Come to terms that the how is none of your business. You see, a lot of people try and control the universe's side of the co-creation process. We went over yesterday how having the clarity of goal and outcome is a part of your process, is a part of the co-creative process that belongs to you. You select that. You allow the universe to know what that is. But then so many people try and micromanage the universe. Here is the task, here is the goal I'm going for. I want opportunities, people, whatever, to come my way that will help me to do those things. And then you're peeking like over the universe's shoulder to make sure it's doing it, or to make sure it's doing it in a way that you approve. But at the end of the day, who do you think or what do you think knows better? You or the universe that's coming from this unlimited, infinite potential kind of perspective. It will absolutely bring you the opportunities and people and circumstances that are going to allow you to achieve that goal or outcome and continue to move closer to it. But not if you try and interfere with the process. Because guess what you're doing if you're doing that? You're putting resistance on it. You are making it so important that you think you have to check in and make sure it's going in a particular way. And this is a huge block for most people, and why a lot of people struggle with getting into quantum alignment is because they're so concerned about how it's going to come about, how they're going to make the money. Like, I need to see the plan. I need to know it's going to come in a particular way, how that perfect relationship is going to come my way. I need to know, I want to be this person, but perhaps that person's not right for you, and a perfect person could come in and the universe could make that happen where it's a complete match, but you're blocking it and resisting it because you need to have the how. You need it to happen this way. And when you surrender the how, you are doing the metaphorical equivalent of letting go of the rock or stopping yourself from swimming upstream, and now you have the full power of the river as you flow with it. And with that will come amazing opportunities, amazing people, amazing circumstances. Now, when those opportunities arise, it is time for you to take action. For example, the universe might bring the perfect partner for you or the perfect relationship or friendship. But if you do nothing with it, if you don't go introduce yourself to that person, if you don't try and form that connection, or they don't, then nothing's going to happen. In the same way that an amazing opportunity to make a lot of money that's completely aligned with your heart can't come in. For example, you get inspired to make a passion project or something else, and you just get this feeling that if you do this, it'll also come attached with a lot of wealth or whatever else it is. It's not going to do it for you. You still have to walk through the doors that the universe opens for you. But a lot of times people are putting their hand on the door, not allowing the universe to open it for them, pointing to another door that they want to have opened, and putting all of this resistance on what would actually be behind this door, which would be perfect, the perfect opportunity, the person, whatever else it is, because so many people get obsessed with needing to know how it's going to happen. They're afraid of the unknown. And again, like we went over in number 1, the more importance you put on something, the more resistance you create in that area, which means it's not going to flow to you. You're holding onto the rock, which means you can't move forward. Or you're swimming upstream, swimming in place and getting tired as you're trying to swim against the stream, or even moving further away from the right door that would be perfect for you. But when you surrender the how and you come to terms with that the how is none of your business, you will start to notice amazing opportunities, people, circumstances start coming into your life. And then it is up to you to take the leap of faith. Then it is up to you to walk through that door. You know, like the famous saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And it's the same with this. The universe is leading you to the water, but it can't force you to take the drink. Or it's opening the door, very big, wide open door, and giving you the feeling that, wow, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be a bit scary to go through this door, but it's going to be amazing if I do. Great things are going to come in. But again, it's not going to force you to walk through. It might encourage you. It might tell you, yes, you know, through your intuition, this is the way to go. And you're like, I don't know, but how's this going to work? It's like, don't worry about that. Let me worry about that. Your job is just to take the inspired action. And so when you come to terms of the how is none of your business, you're not only allowing yourself to have those things come in, but you make it much more likely that you will act even when you don't know the full picture. Because remember, you don't know what you don't know. And when you take the leaps of faith, so long as it's resonating, when you have that goal and outcome and you allow the universe to do its job, which is the other side of that co-creative process, you are aligned and you're not stepping on its toes or trying to micromanage it. You are going with the river. Amazing things will start to come in. And with these first four, you will already start to notice things coming in, but it's going to get even more powerful with the remaining three. But if you're doing just these first four, you will still have a little bit of resistance if you're ignoring these last three, but you will start to notice results already with these first four. So that is day 4 of the week of quantum alignment, guys. This one is so crucial. This is one that I would say so many people have trouble with, even when they have their goal, even when they kind of intellectually understand the whole idea of letting go of the importance and all that. This one a lot of people struggle with because we've been taught to try and control everything. And so letting go of control is a foreign concept to a lot of us. But when you do that, when you allow the universe to naturally do what it does, when you allow life to do what it does best, allow the process of life to flow naturally and work with it instead of against it, by letting go of the how, magical things start to happen as you come more and more into quantum alignment. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been day 4. Tomorrow we'll be covering day 5. Keep going through, keep working at it, keep learning these principles, and things will begin to shift for you. And you may have already started seeing some results if you've been doing this for a little bit of time. Anyway, I want to thank you for being here. As always, I appreciate you. Remember that you are loved. Make sure you're applying this. Let go of the how, and I will see you in the next video.